I'm Intruder Green. You might know me from things like The Booze Cruise, Brandenburg Goyd in Prison, and Poship. Welcome to the Intruder Green podcast. On this episode, we got Anka Cremer. She was our first tour manager the first 2 times we came to Europe with Masked Intruder, and it was good to hang out with her a little bit and catch up. And, we got lots of mutual friends. I'm sure some of the people in bands and stuff in the industry know who she is, especially if you ever toured in Germany or in Europe. She's real cool, and it was a pleasure having her on the show. We're going to get into it a little bit about the coronavirus on this episode, and I know everybody's been doing that probably. Everybody's hopefully staying informed and everything. And, we're doing what we got to do. I'm trying to do my part to cover this stuff because, even though it's like everybody's talking about it and maybe people are sick of hearing about it, it's like kind of like what there is to talk about right now. Like everybody's on lockdown, so it's not like we can be like, oh, I was at this great party last night. You should have seen the backflip I did off of the fucking roof into the pool, because nobody's doing that. Nobody's partying. People might be partying, but we're doing it in a very different way, and it's not as wild as it could be if we were able to all be in rooms together and whatnot. So it's kind of like the great equalizer with like the way things are right now with like, you can't gather, and, it's like everybody's in their little cell, cause the disease don't care if you're like, poor or rich. Well, yeah, I guess if you're rich, you could probably afford some good drugs to keep you healthy and stuff. But like, I don't know, what's a guy, Tom Hanks? Yeah, I guess he got sick, and, some other celebrities got sick and with the corona, and they've been diagnosed and all that stuff. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I get the what do you call it? Complaint about celebrities. It's like, oh, they're rich and they live fucking tight life so far, so who cares? But I'm like, well, yeah, but they make cool movies, so I don't want them to die. Plus, there's a lot of other fucking real shitty celebrities that probably I wouldn't care if they died. So that's, I don't know. I hope people like Tom Hanks and, cool people like that pull through. And I hope that, the whole thing is like, I don't know anybody who gets sick, but I think I do. I think I got some friends who got sick, so, they know who they are if they're listening. I hope you guys are doing okay. I know it's hard to get tested in the States because of, the way things are there. And people, I just don't know if the people who are doing things really know what the fuck they're doing. I don't want to name names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. So be careful who you fucking vote for, or be careful when you don't fucking vote at all, you motherfucking pieces of shit. Get to the fucking polls. Anyway, enough of that political stuff. The Intruder Green podcast is produced by Luke Ellis, Heather Royston, Gem City Sabrina, Vaughn Cotton, Sarah Koenig, Chelsea McNally, Cardboard Box Colony, and Carlos Hernandez. If you want to become a producer of the podcast, you can get on patreon.com/intrudergreen and, sign up there for as little as $1 a month or as much as like all your money every month. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that, but I would take it. All right. You can also hit me up on the Intruder Green calling line. It's +1 608 535 9608. And all the socials I'm on there is Intruder Green. You know where to find me. Anyway, without further ado, on with the show.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from
Intruder Green,
an inmate at the Durham Correctional Institution. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. To accept charges, press 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anka Cremer on the Intruder Green podcast.
Hello.
Hi, Anka. Just so everybody knows, you were a tour manager the first couple of times we came to Europe.
2 times, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And you had a pretty good, decent career doing that. What were you, like your third band?
Jeez, yeah.
I know it was a while ago.
I guess,
It's hard to
yeah,
remember that
yeah.
long ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, Nothing was my first tour.
That's right.
That was good practice, but it was fun.
Good practice, yeah. All right. Yeah, we toured with Nothington too before in the States and got to meet all those guys. And I think, I don't know, it's all that Red Scare connection, you know, like Toby hooking us up with everybody and stuff back in the day. So that was real cool. We got him to thank for that, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, that was fun. Super sweet guys. Definitely. Sometimes a handful.
Yeah.
But I only have good memories of the tour. So yeah, I'm super grateful. That's
right. Well, anyway, nowadays you're I don't know, would you say you've moved up in the world of showbiz, I guess you could call it, or like show stuff happenings where you do stuff and make money from it?
No, I wouldn't say that I moved up, but I definitely got like a more consistent income. So that's nice. I'm not traveling anymore, which I do miss sometimes, but I'm really happy to be actually like having a home base and seeing my friends and family more on a regular basis.
Oh yeah.
But I'm doing just like a different field in the whole industry. So I wouldn't say move up. It's just different stress.
Yeah. Well, so like, can you talk a little bit about what you do in your field?
Sure. Yeah. I work for.
You don't gotta get too specific, because I know like names and faces have to be changed to protect innocence and all that stuff.
Well, I'm talking to you, Intruder Green, so yeah.
That's right. You're not even wearing a mask. All right.
Well, I work for a local promoter / touring company, agency / record label, based in Germany, and my official job title is like assistant to the CEO. What I actually do is handling all kinds of business, like in the backup office.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think like most of my time goes into booking tours. Like, I mean, we do book local shows, but that's more somebody else doing. I'm more into like, yeah, I'm booking full tours for our artists and, of course, doing like the daily stuff. Sorry, you just have to edit it. I'm just thinking how to word it.
That's
it's
fine.
like, I'm doing like the daily business in an agency, like setting up new tours, getting information details, plans, venue specs, dates from houses, staying in touch with them. I'm negotiating deals with with other agencies. Yeah, basically like an all around stuff thing. But
it sounds like it. It sounds like you guys got a lot going on, and you're kind of like a part of everything.
Yeah, which is super interesting because it's like it keeps the job interesting and fun, and you have like everyday like different obstacles and projects. So
yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah,
it sounds way better than just getting in a van every few weeks and traveling around in a van for a month on end.
Yeah, again, I don't think you can really compare that. I loved both jobs. I loved both jobs. So
I wasn't trying to say that when you were doing it, it was bad. I'm just saying that's what I do, and it's not always like the most fun.
Sure, but you get to steal and rob, and you get with the ladies, and and you get to hang out with your friends.
Yeah, that's right.
So that must be nice too, and you get to see the world. So
that's the best part, is seeing the world.
Yeah, and I think some people definitely have it not as good. So
that's for sure. But I know that you guys do like don't some of your people like go out on tour with bands too, like manage them and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Or do you?
They're basically like production managers.
Yeah. So technically, you could still do it again if you like wanted to, probably.
Yeah, my boss doesn't want me to.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. That's probably true. He wants you around so you
Yeah.
can like what do they call, like, put out fires and stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, as you probably know, we're in the middle of a big world crisis or whatever, health crisis right now.
Yeah.
And part of the reason I was hoping you would come on the show is to talk a little bit about how it's affected things in the music industry. Like, I know that I think, well, shit, I hope it's official that so at least some bands I know of have had to move some tours around or like cancel tours. And it's weird for me because I feel like some of them are just like delaying it and rescheduling it for later in the year. And I'm like, aren't you just, they're probably going to have to cancel again because, who knows what's going to happen by then.
Right. But like you said, like who knows what's happening in the next months. And I think that's why they implemented they're prohibiting people to go outside and like they want people to distance themselves socially in order to make everything like be back to normal or like come back to normal. And I mean those bands they're dealing with income losses basically. So do the like all the crew, and most crews are self-employed. The houses are losing money. The booking agencies are losing money. Basically, like a whole industry. And I'm not just talking about hotels and service and bars, but everyone is affected.
Absolutely.
So they have to like also keep like a positive outlook. But they like, okay, let's try to reschedule in September or like in autumn, for instance. Because you give like the whole situation like a good fair chance, like of like about half a year to sort itself out.
Sure.
Because sure, it might happen that you have to reschedule again, but that is like you need this income like as soon as possible. And
exactly.
So I get it that like we did the same thing. Actually, March 11th is like, for me, a very specific date now, because was it March 11th? Sorry, I have to look that up.
What is supposed to happen?
Sorry, no.
I know you don't want to give out false information.
I'm sorry.
But
March 9th, like in my memory, March
yeah?
9th was like a very specific moment for me, because the weekend before I was working in Düsseldorf, and I was not really planning on going back to work because I actually was able to take 2 days off because of the weekend.
All right.
So I did go to work, and yeah, everybody was like already aware of the corona crisis and like what's coming towards us, but like the whole impact it would have had, like that was just crazy. And that was probably one of the most stressful days we all had at work, because everybody started rescheduling. Like we had so many, like all the houses, all the agents, like all the bands were just getting to us and like to each other and everybody, and it was just like, shit, like we have to reschedule. Like they're trying, or like they're telling us that shows over 1,000 capacity are not allowed anymore. And that rule, how long did it last? Like 2 or 3 days? I don't know. Until they said like, okay.
Right, and then it was nothing.
And suddenly it was like, oh, only 200 are allowed now. And then suddenly it was nothing. So nobody really know what's going to happen. How's this going? So everybody was like, all right, fuck it. Like, let's move it to autumn. And yeah, it was crazy. And here we are now, like 2 weeks later, and being basically in quarantine.
Yeah, basically in quarantine.
Sorry, quarantine. Sorry, guys.
It's all good. We call it something different over here in Germany. Quarantine. I can't even say it.
Quarantäne?
Yeah, that's the one. All right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. There's been some speculation that in the States it's going to come down, like on Monday, it's going to be like full on quarantine where you can't even like go outside and stuff. Or maybe it's more like here where like, what's the deal right now? We're kind of on lockdown because you can't like, you have to be outside for a specific reason, and you can't like be with more than one other person. or I don't know. You know you're more up on this stuff than I am.
Well, there are two scenarios right now. Chancellor Merkel said in a press conference on Sunday that they are not, like, Germany itself is like, they're not prohibiting people to go outside, but they don't want to see more than 2 people outside. Whereas in Bavaria and some southern countries, and as well as Saxony, where you are right now, we do have that restriction. Because, like, not so much in Saxony, but, like, especially like the countries or like the states below us, they've been hit very hard with the virus.
So you know why that is? Like in Bavaria, like I remember, was that where it kind of hit Germany first?
That's in North Rhine-Westphalia, which is actually west of Germany.
Okay.
And I'm like surprised that they are not stricter there anymore. Because personally, I would hope that they would implement something like nationwide, and not that every state can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I feel like back in the States, or in the States, not just back in the States, but in the United States of America, I feel like they're more pushing towards like a federal whatever like rule on all of this, which is funny because you're dealing with Donald Trump, and he's fucking terrible at everything. But then you got like individual states who are always like trying to be like, hey, we're an individual state. We can do our own thing and make our own rules. So like, but like, they're not as much. I mean, I guess they are, but it's just weird. Like, yeah, I don't know. In Europe,
I think it's very irresponsible because the virus doesn't know any borders.
For sure.
So Italy was hit really hard. Like they're dying, like they're struggling really hard.
Yeah.
The virus spread to Tyrol, which is like an area between Austria and Italy. Then Austria got hit really bad, and then Bavaria. So yeah, it spreads. It's like people are traveling. Plus, it was like the season like where all the kids are having winter vacation anyway, so they're going, like they're traveling, they're going to different countries, and they're going home.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would wish, like I'm hoping for like a nationwide rule or plan. Like,
yeah.
And the United States, like I can only advise like everybody there, like you should do that too. It's not stopping in New York City or in New York. It's not stopping in Florida with the spring breakers. It's not going to stop in California.
Yeah. Fucking spring break. Jesus Christ. Those people like, come on. I mean, way to be a stereotype, like, oh, I don't give a shit about nothing. I just want to drink and have fun and
I think
fuck everything.
Yeah, you have those people in all kinds of areas.
Yeah, that's
everywhere.
true.
It's like, I don't know. Let's just hope for the best and that those people get some sense into their brains at some point. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the funny thing is like they're on spring break. They're on spring break. That's the word. How about some more cocktails soon? So it's like they're college kids, so they're supposed to be smart, and they're fucking stupid. So that's funny.
I don't know if they're stupid. Like, from what I heard, I mean, they're probably not well informed.
Yeah.
And for the most part, like, and that's like the scary and weird thing is like many people I think are just ignorant. Like,
oh yeah,
they're for me it was like when I heard about it and I was like, oh, I'll be fine, cool. Oh shit, I can't see my parents. I shouldn't see my grandmother. I shouldn't visit my grandmother in the nursing house because I don't want to get them infected, and I don't want to infect my friends. So it's like that's like a normal train of thought. That's the biggest
bummer I think right now.
And the biggest bummer, like also like the big bummer is that younger people's or some people, older people's, who knows, are not aware of their other folks. Like, hey, it's not just about you. Cool that you have a healthy immune system. You have 80 years to go. But what about your parents and grandparents? Oh, yeah. Just don't be an asshole,
Yeah, that's a general rule for life, I think, is just don't be a Well, my buddy Gio used to always say, "Don't be a dick," or like, "Dude, don't be a dick."
Right.
And
it's easy.
Being dicks.
It's really easy, actually.
Yeah, I think so. I believe it to be true. That's why, legalize crime, but not violent crime. Just like borrowing stuff sometimes.
Yeah, ask those people first.
Well,
hey, can I have your wallet? Sure.
Asking is like relative. Like how do you ask somebody anything? It's like,
well,
do you use words or do you use actions?
Well, you're asking with a mask on and a knife in your hand, so it's like,
hey, yeah,
it's pretty like straightforward.
Al Capone had a good saying about that. There's something about a smile and a handshake won't get you as far as a smile and a handshake with a gun in your other hand or something. I don't know. I don't like guns though. Those fuckers suck. It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah. Agree to disagree. All right. So yeah. I would like since I have you here, I know that we kind of covered the things I wanted to get on top of because it's super important in everybody's minds right now. But like what got you into like doing your thing with the music industry and everything like that? Are you able to dig that deep, or do you want to like hide out from questions like that?
Well, shit. I don't know. I guess I was just very lucky.
Yeah.
Sorry, not lucky. That's me being Saxon. I was interested. I'm gonna try to keep it super short because I don't want to bore people. I was always interested in going into that field, but had no idea how. And I was thinking about studying it, but it's like, what do you study? Event management? No, fuck that.
Wait, what did you call it? Human management?
Event management.
Oh, event management.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
it's like, but it's just like very specific, and it was
that's true.
Too specific for me. I was like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. Plus, I saw event managers how like most event managers, like their noses are all brown. So it's like, so I actually went to a totally different field, which was like business construction, basically.
Oh yeah.
So working on roads, like in the back office, but like just doing that, or houses.
Yeah.
And then through a detour, I actually started going on tour, and I was just lucky that people asked me to come on tour and drive them or do merch or babysit them, basically. So I did that for a while, and yeah, it was just like kind of pursuing it, but I guess I was just like lucky that I got to do it. So, and it was a good way to get the foot in the door.
Yeah, I think we're all pretty lucky to be able to like kind of make a living at this kind of job, show business in general, like whether you're making music or you're like facilitating people making music and going on tour and performing and stuff. Or maybe you just like to like go on in front of a camera, like entertainment, it's the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And anybody who can make a dime or two doing it, I think is pretty lucky. But it's also pretty amazing that you tried to like do something completely different and then
to still circle back to it. Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of did like a belly flop or a backflip or something like that. Something cool.
Oh yeah, definitely belly flip.
Oh yeah, belly flops are cool.
Belly flop, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. They're the best.
Yeah.
They kind of hurt, but whatever.
Yeah. But it's like I think the way you get into this, like for those people who are interested in like, yeah, either go study it or spend all your free time you have at shows and make connections and make friends. Like if you have a hobby or if you're like so into music, like just, I don't know, spend all your time there. And then things will hopefully eventually work out. That's what happened with me.
And so like, I know a lot of people are like, maybe they end up doing music business because they wanted to be in a band, but they just couldn't. Was that ever a thing for you? Because I feel like the more we do stuff and the more we meet people and like hire people to work for us and stuff as Masked Intruder and all that. It's like there's so many people who like never intended to ever be in a band. They don't really fucking want to make music, but they're totally into like facilitating certain aspects of the industry. And that's amazing to me because like that was never on my mind. Like I've done that, like I helped me and Red. We've done some stuff, I can't talk about it too much because it's all allegedly, but it's like, was that ever a thing for you? Did you ever think about like, I want to be in a band or I want to be a creator, or was it always just about like kind of facilitating that?
Second, I think I'm pretty decent at like planning and organizing stuff. I mean, I did. I've been playing piano for I don't know, like 12 years.
Nice.
Tried out a bass, sucked super hard on it.
Yeah, very different instrument.
But I also never actually like took lessons for it. So I enjoy music. I would love to be better at it, like playing it. And yeah, sure. I thought about I dreamed about being in a band, and I had like during my high school years or like my tweens or whatever you call it, like I thought about damn, like that would be so cool to play in a band, and like I would play that music or I would play that. But then I was like, shit, but like the God damn it, what do you call it? Like the endurance you have to have. Endurance to make it and like.
Oh, for sure.
Like work your ass off and play in front of like 20 people or something.
I think Masked Intruder's going on for like 10 years now or something.
And the thing is, I like when I'm on stage, I don't know. I was pretty good at high school. In high school, like doing certain performances, like I was doing choir and dance and theater. And,
that's good.
Performing like on the piano, but I would shit my pants if I would have to play in front of people. So I'm just getting like super nervous. Like my stage fright is like through the roof. So no, I'm super happy being in the background, working something else and not having to be in the spotlight. So
that's amazing. I thank you for doing all the things you do, because even though you're not like touring with us no more or nothing, just the music industry in general is lucky to have people like you who are so good at their jobs and hardworking and fucking honest, doing it.
Because, thank you.
There's a lot of like people out there who just trying to fuck shit up.
Yeah, but I like from what I learned over the past years, like I love so many people in this industry. Like we come from similar backgrounds. We all love what we're doing. Like I never had it like in any other field. So there's like a very close, kind of like a friendship or a mutual understanding of what you're doing here. And everybody is so stoked about the outcome and still gets excited at like small shows with 100 people or less, or a fucking big arena show. Or so it's like, I don't know. I've always been very like not proud, but like stoked that I'm able to be a part of that. Like either if it's like, oh shit, I booked that band, or I booked them into this venue, or I negotiated the deal, or fuck, I helped putting the backdrop up. It's like,
sure,
it's just nice to be a part of something and then see the outcome.
Yeah.
And seeing people enjoying that and being so stoked to be on shows, and now they don't have that anymore.
Wait, what are they?
They don't like because of the coronavirus. And
oh yeah,
like,
that's right.
I never thought that it would be. God, it's quiet.
That's
like
true.
Nothing is happening. Like in my Facebook newsfeed, like I have friends who basically constantly post about like photos of those shows where they're going right now, or like having videos or photos with the band, and now nothing. It's like, I mean, we're focusing on something else, which is definitely like super important, but just it's weird.
Yeah, it's extra weird too, because like, everybody's been kind of freaked out in the last few years about, well, at least people in America, about everything going on there politically and stuff like that. And now it's like real shitty because they got nothing else to think about. It's like there's so many less distractions, so fewer distractions. That's the right way to say it.
Yeah.
So,
but don't you think that they're more stressed out because of their financial situation? Because they have, they're looking
that's
at like
part of it.
3 to 6 months no income.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think people are doing their best and getting distracted, like by being still close socially, like online.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And playing shows and being creative. I mean, I'm super looking forward to my vacation when I'm gonna do all the puzzles. So I feel like you can distract yourself, but the weariness or like the anxiety people must feel right now because so many people here don't have any savings. I mean, like not here as in Germany here, but in this industry or like everyone who's affected.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have a hard time sleeping right now.
Oh yeah, I believe it to be true. I mean, I do because like less people outside.
Gosh.
Less people around, just saying.
Yeah, but also less people who can actually see you, and so...
Yeah, but they're all home guarding their stuff. It's like, it's also a lot of people are just home now. You can't even get in there without somebody seeing you and being like, hey, I'm a Republican, I got a gun. Okay, we need to take a break. Yeah, I need a new cocktail.
We need some more drinks. So.
I know. And we're close to wrapping this up unless there's a bunch more stuff you want to talk about. But I got to ask you one more question.
Sure.
After we come back.
Okay.
All right.
Guitar players, I bet you thought you were shit out of luck when it comes to finding your dream guitar or amp. You know, you go on some auction site or something and it's all crap. Yeah. Well, that's because, you know, you gotta look in the right place. And the right place is Yeah Man's Vintage and Used Guitars. They got exactly what you're looking for. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aren't they located in like Switzerland or something? Yeah, man, they are. Bern, Switzerland to be exact. But you know, you can get on the internet and you can go check out their website, yeahmansguitars.com, and you can order stuff on there. So, you know, it don't really matter where the heck you are in the world. You can just get on their website and find all sorts of cool stuff that you're looking for. And you might not even know that you wanted it until you see it on there. And there's a lot of good stuff. If you got something specific you're looking for and need some help finding it, just hit up Yeah Man Guitars on the electronic mail. That's the email. It's like 21st century and you got email and websites. It's like amazing. Some people will call it magic. Some people will call it science. I just call it, I don't know, crazy shit. yeahmansguitars@gmail.com. As far as email goes, it's where you email them. And while you're at it, get your band a tour in Europe and stop by the shop. Michael and the rest of the crew would love to meet you, I'm sure. And you could tell them Green sent you. Yeah Man's Vintage and Used Guitars. Hi, Intruder Maniacs. Are you in a band? The answer is, of course you are. Everybody's in a fucking band these days. Anyway, if you're in a band, congratulations. I'm making the worst financial decision of your life. Aside from taking out college loans or something. Yeah. Now, there is a way to lessen the burden of such a financial decision. It's called merchandising. And Stupid Rad Merch Company is all ready to meet your merchandising needs. You want some t-shirts? Got a tight deadline you need them printed on? And because you booked a tour less than a month out and you didn't get canceled like everybody else's tours did? How about a bunch of weird random trinkets like keychains, medallions, and what about koozies? You know, like everybody likes koozies. Koozies are great because they keep your drink cold and your hand warm, or vice versa, depending on what you're drinking. Stupid Rad Merch Company can get all these made for you. Stupid Rad Merch Company is an in-house artist who can help you with your designs of stuff. They're still a small enough company that they pay special attention to you and your special needs. Because, you know, everybody's got special needs. Like, you probably mostly. And they even got a web store. That's where the real magic is. You go on tour and you sell your stuff, but chances are you're going to have some left over, or some fans are going to feel like left out because they didn't have enough money to buy something at your show. So they go on to stupidradmerch.com and find stuff from your band on there. They'll take care of all your production and shipping fulfillment needs. So go ahead, go on to Stupid Rad Merch Company's web store right now and check out all the tight bands that are already on there. They got a bunch of them like got at the Bomb Pops and like the Bad Cop and stuff. It's all good. Yeah. All sorts of cool swag. And right now, if you go on there and at checkout, you use the code PRISON, you can get 15% off all of the Stupid Rad merch branded apparel at stupidradmerch.com. Go check it out.
StupidRadMerch.com.
It's a fish hole, like a fish that has sex for money.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. So we got some champagne and scotch whiskey going on. Yeah, so it's a tough time for people everywhere right now.
Yeah.
And people might be listening. It's important for them to know they ever want to like reach out because they're feeling depressed. If that's the extra shitty thing. It's like, first of all, people are depressed about the whole fucking situation. And then there's some people who are already depressed, and it's like even worse now. Seems like end of times, but I guarantee things will probably get better later. And what should we say? What can we say to people to make them feel better?
I would say like take care of yourself. Like eat healthy if you can. Take your vitamins if you can. Try to go outside, but like not close to people, like while you still can.
Yeah.
Or at least try to stick out your head out of the window once a day if it's sunny.
Yeah. Everybody in Germany here, they got like these balconies. That's nice.
Yeah, but you guys have front lawns and big yards and shit.
Oh, that's also true. Not people who live in apartments, though. I feel like I know lots of people who have apartments that, like, they're just walls. They got, like, no outside, like, private space.
Like, try to go outside. Try to reach out to friends and family and, like, stay in touch. Call, write letters, write emails. I don't care. Do FaceTime. Like, do all that. Like, don't let the whole situation get to you so much. But also, I don't know, like, make a plan. Like, I mean, now it's the time to learn something new, which you never had the time to, like language, fighting with knives, drawing, playing music. I don't know, like do something to keep you occupied and don't worry too much. It will all be over soon, hopefully. And try to be the best way you can and offer help. Like if you see an older lady outside carrying her groceries home, maybe ask her if she wants to stay home and you take care of that. Like something. I don't know. It also helps you and your mindset and your mental health to do something good. Like it makes people happy.
Oh, yeah. I believe it to be true. And speaking of helping people, you know, like if you're feeling depressed or like you're just bored or something, you should give the Intruder Green call-in line a call. You can, I can't guarantee that I'll answer because, trying to like hide out. Don't always want to answer the phone. But you can leave me a voicemail. And if you are feeling depressed or something, like you need somebody to talk to, I'll try to call you back, honestly, if you say so on a voicemail and stuff. I probably won't play that on a podcast. But, if you want to be on a podcast, that's a good way to do it too. But yeah, you can always get me at +1 608 535 9608 Intruder Green call-in line for anybody who I don't know, maybe you just want to talk to somebody because that whole isolation thing, that's a real problem now, right? Like we're supposed to be self-isolating, but the problem with self-isolating is it fucking sucks. And can be the worst part of the whole thing.
Yeah, it gets to you. Like I'm pretty sure that people like that's what they're already doing if they're already depressed. But like the anxiety just grows, especially if you follow social media or the news. It's like fuck, like
yeah, that's right.
You need an outlet, or anybody who wants to talk or struggles financially, reach out. Gonna figure something out.
Absolutely. We gotta figure something out because, we gotta get through this. There's too many, There's too many good people struggling these days. It happened for a while, and can't let this be like a knockout blow. Gotta keep moving, staying with it. Yeah.
Right. And hey, the next show is coming soon. Sooner than later, and we're all gonna have a big fucking party.
Yeah.
And get wasted or just hang out and kiss and hug all
Can you
our friends.
imagine what the next fucking punk rock show we go to is gonna be like?
Gosh, I'm excited.
Like once bands start playing again and everything's back on, it's gonna be nuts.
Right. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but Flatliners is delayed as well.
Oh yeah, I figured.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I didn't even try to
Yeah.
think about it.
Well, the good thing is that
thanks for the reminder.
The good thing is that tickets will still be valid, so
That's true.
just gonna be postponed.
If you've never seen the Flatliners before, you should go check them out when they start playing again because they're great. And
they're doing their anniversary of playing Cavalcade,
oh, that's right.
and the album came out.
That is a good ass album.
Yep.
But I still can't wait for the anniversary of Dead Language because that's my favorite album. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
I mean, Cavalcade's great too.
Just all of them.
Yeah,
Everything, they
all
just
their
got
albums are
better
pretty
and
great.
better.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And I always think of that night when I fucking had that great conversation with Chris.
Oh God, yeah.
And just was a stupid dummy and just erased it.
Yeah, we played this awesome game of Would You Rather.
Yeah.
And you guys came up with the funniest answers for the most stupid questions.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of Would You Rather, I'm trying not to do that so much anymore because unless you really want to, we could do it if you want to. But what I've been doing, because it makes more sense, and I had somebody bring it up to me, like just out of the blue, I wasn't even thinking about it, was crime stories.
Okay.
Now, I don't want you to incriminate yourself because, we can speak allegedly here, or maybe you're just making up a story, wink, wink, or whatever. If I wink at you, people won't know it. They gotta know. So, do you have any good crime stories?
Well, I have one crime story, and it's probably not very good,
That's fine.
but it definitely had an impact on me.
Oh, shit.
How old was I? I think I was like 13 or 14, and my former best friend and I, we would hang out and go downtown. We used to live in the suburbs, pretty far out, so we would go downtown. And here in Germany, you don't really have, back then, we didn't really have malls, but just normal clothes store, in the city center.
Okay.
And
This was back in DDR days, or was this in the 90s?
Hey, I'm not that old.
Oh yeah.
Gosh. No, it was let me calculate, late 90s.
All right.
Early 2000, just before I came to States.
Okay.
So, I don't know. We were best friends, and yeah, I blame it all on her because she was a bad influence to me, and she came up with the idea to go rob stores, basically.
Oh, what? That sounds great.
Well, not rob them, but we stole everything.
Wow.
Clothes.
Like
CDs.
shoplifting?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
To me back then, on a very big level, for a while, every day I would come home with 3, 4, 5 more items.
Yeah.
New clothes, and my mom was weirded out and wondering where I got that money from, because I only got a few euros pocket money each week.
That's right.
But I would tell her oh, my friends are cleaning out the closet, oh, that's what I got from them.
Wow.
We were really good, and security was not great back then, so it was almost easy.
Oh yeah.
And then this one time, I was alone by myself, and I was kind of bored, and I went by myself to a drugstore.
Yeah.
And I decided to steal a mascara not a mascara, an eyeliner for 2 euros.
What?
Yeah, super
That's
cheap.
super cheap.
And
Yeah.
it took me almost an hour to go through with it because I was so nervous. I didn't have the balls at all if I wasn't in a team. And of course, they caught me.
Oh shit.
And I was walked to, like, I was kicked out of the store, but I was walked with the police to, like, the police station.
Of course. That's
and I
where
was
they go.
super embarrassed because
We call it the donut shop.
Right. I was walked there. I was super embarrassed because 2 officers next to me, side by side, so everybody knew what happened.
Oh
And,
shit. It was like the walk of shame, but you didn't
It's
even
so-
get laid.
Right. Yeah, I didn't get late. And then they called my parents and they came to pick me up and I was crying my eyes out and I felt so bad and so embarrassed. And my mom was so disappointed. And oh gosh, like, because I was a minor, like,
Yeah.
they didn't really charge me or anything.
That's
I
right.
was just not allowed back into the store for like 1 year. Oh gosh, like, yeah,
Wow.
that didn't really bother me. And they made me write an apology to the police station, like, as a statement. And I wrote like the most heartfelt apology. And yeah, I was super ashamed. And since then, not that I recall,
Nothing.
nothing. Yeah,
Wow.
it was definitely like such an experience, like, where I was, I just felt so shitty over a stupid eyeliner for €2. But
Yeah. So you didn't have €2, but you really wanted the eyeliner, or did you just have the need to get something?
I think I had the money. I just like tried to go through with it and see if I can pull it off, and because I was so nervous.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, I remember that I did see the detective in the store circling around me, and I had a bad feeling. And
There was a cop in the store, and you went through it with
like
it anyway?
a civil detective, yeah.
Oh,
Like
civil detective.
civil detective. Like they put them in the stores, like
Yeah,
a security
alright.
person, but you
Sure.
can't see because they don't have like a uniform or anything. But they just like pretend to be another customer. And he definitely saw me, and I knew that this guy was off, and I still went through with it.
Dang.
Well, lesson learned. So that's my crime story. So
Yeah.
don't steal because it's not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh,
That's
well, like you said, you're just borrowing.
relative.
So
That's right. You just borrow it and then like
maybe return it.
that's right. Maybe you return it or maybe not. Whatever. You know,
Whatever.
it's all relative. That's the thing. People don't realize like what's yours is only relatively yours. You know, like you get spiritual about it and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Tell yourself.
Whatever, you know?
Okay.
Whatever. What else would you like to talk about? Do you want people to be able to reach you on the social medias and stuff?
No.
Okay.
I'm
Kinda
not
figured as
famous
much.
and I try. It's not trying. I just, like, I'm trying to stay away from social media. Like, back then when I was still touring, I definitely put up more content because it was fun and I wanted to share that. And I also, like, try to create like a diary or like a memory book.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see those notifications from Facebook, like, oh, 6 years ago you were here, 5 years ago you were here, 4 years ago you were here. It's like, oh, that's sweet. Yes, I remember that. Oh no, that sucked. That was a horrible time.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But now I just don't anymore. But I still follow all my friends, sneaking around, stalking them. So,
That's right.
but yeah, like, fuck, if you want to reach out to me and say hi because we haven't talked for like 5 years, sure, I would love that. But I'm not like a social or famous person, and it probably takes me a few months to get back to you, so I'm sorry. I suck at that. But yeah, reach
That's
out.
all right. It's not for everybody.
And I,
Fuck, it ain't
like,
even
hey,
for me, but I need to do it.
Right, and I love most people, so I hope they know.
I'm sure they do. And I appreciate that, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
Oh, thank you. I don't think any ladies ever said that to me before. All right. Well, it was a pleasure having you on the podcast.
Well, thanks for having me.
I think I don't know. You were talking about this Disney Plus thing that I think you want to check out now. So I won't keep you from that much longer.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. You have a good night.
All right.
And you all, thank you for listening, people, and stay safe, stay healthy, and be the best you can.
That's right.
And see you all soon.
And that's it for the Intruder Green podcast. I want to thank Anka again for being on it. You can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Intruder Green. The Intruder Green call-in line is +1 608 535 9608. Patreon.com/Intruder Green is where you go to if you want to become a producer of the podcast. The Intruder Green podcast is produced by Colin Bennett, hair and makeup by Genevieve Smith, set design by Dylan Raymer, catering by Matthew Hendershot, lighting Squeak Lights, Rahway, New Jersey. Our theme song is Particles by Pipe Bros. This is my contract with America. All right.
Because your ears are so big.
What?
Do you know the fairy tale Little Red Riding Hood?
Oh, yeah, that's the big bad wolf or whatever.
No, it's a wolf. What's a big bear
that's
wolf?
A big bad wolf. That's the
The
three
bad
little
wolf,
pigs.
yeah.
Yeah, what big ears you have and what big eyes
In mouse, so I
better
can
to see
eat you
what
better.
to eat you better. That's right.
Woo!